This video is sponsored by Food.
I'm Dave.
I'm Stevie.
I'm Dad.
And I'm Son.
Welcome to another episode of D&J Projects Wednesday Special. So the like goal for this video is 2,500 likes. Come on guys, let's smash it out. So what we're going to be doing this Saturday on your Wednesday, what we're going to be doing? We're doing a bit of maintenance on this. We've got loads of concrete outside. We've stocked up right through summer, so we can afford to have a bit of downtime on this. The quality won't be too good in here because the lighting isn't the best, but we want to film this for you. So what we're doing today, we're doing a bit of maintenance on the VOLUMETRIC mixer. What we're going to do, this part's the wearing part. This spins so many thousand times every time we mix. So I'm going to take this out. We're sending it off to be repaired because it's worn down here. There's a wear plate on the back which is worn out, and we've lost a wear plate off here. So while we've got this downtime, we're going to get this out and send it off. The lads have been so kind to empty it, so while it's empty you can have a quick look inside. It's a massive belt.
So that's a sharp sand bay.
And the stone base there.
That's where the limestone goes. And if anyone was wondering where the cement comes from,
it comes out of this hole here.
Remember what I showed you last time? Everything drops down, mixes up, works its way up, drops out the bottom.
How did we get this out, you ask? Right, I've never done this. And because a company wants £2,000 to remove it, which is a lot of money to say it's only a few bolts and we've had this apart before, I'm going to give it a go. If I can't do it for some reason, you guys better watch them ads and you better buy that merch because I'm skinned. Yeah, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it. But if I can't, we'll get a company in and they will come and take it off for us and take it away. Why I'm doing this, I've got a job for Stevie to do because while I'm undoing the bolts and everything else, it's not a two-man job. So Stevie is going to progress with a job in the yard. So let's go and show you what he's doing. So while I'm in there fixing that mixer, or trying to, Stevie is going to grab all this ballast out this bay. Once he's grabbed all this ballast out this bay, he's going to move over with a grab and he's going to grab all this red builder's sand down here and he's going to put against that side. Once that's all clear, he's going to sweep the bay out, move it into the middle, and then we're going to dismantle this retaining gravel board fencing and we're going to start putting our blocks in. The blocks we make just like them over there. Because if we don't make a start on it now, we're going to struggle to get these bays empty. So while I'm in there messing about, Steve's going to crack on with this. He's going to show you what he's doing and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. And then when I need a hand from Steve with the lifting and the heavy part, he's going to jump in with me. Then once we've done that in there, we're both going to jump on this job in hand and get these walls in. We've only got so many blocks, so I don't know how far we'll get, but I'd like to get that section in there, across the back to where Stevie's cleared, and bring that one down there. So let's get cracked on.
as mentioned earlier, this video is kindly sponsored by good friends over at Food. And for everyone that doesn't know what Food is, this is Food. So this right here, this is Food, a full meal replacement giving you 500 calories from a 500ml bottle. The creators of this brilliant brand are Ben and Noel, who are just fed up of eating unhealthy and takeaways all the time. And Food have an abundance of flavours, with my absolute favourite, it has to be the salted caramel. This flavour is absolutely amazing. I fully recommend all of you trying this using the link in the description below. And if a meal replacement isn't for you in liquid form, they also do some very tasty bars, and guess what? They also have a salted caramel flavour, so grab yourself one of them as well. And if you aren't 100% sold on the Food brand yet, they do taster packs, different variants of taster packs, and guess what? They even have vegan. And once again, I want to say a massive, massive thank you to YFood for sponsoring this video. And remember, go and get yourself a salted caramel meal replacement.
Right then, lifted the auger up. What we're going to do, we're going to get this motor here, this drive motor. We're going to get that off. So it's these 4 bolts. I'm going to clean these threads up and we're going to get that off first. In turn, that comes off and there's rubber inside there. So let's get this off. So what we're going to do, now Stevie's here to give me a lift, make a simple loop, because this motor's quite heavy. I'm going to ratchet that to this, just so it's out of our way and don't fall and get damaged. So there it goes. See how strong Stevie is. Just pull it away. There's that rubber in there. I'll put it in. Yeah. Alright, so that's strapped up. Next thing we're going to do, it's got crushed rubber. So,
Camera's in.
in camera 1, not camera 2. It's got crushed rubber. So, you know when you switch it on, in turn it goes like that and the rubber cushions it. The reason why I know that is because on mine and Stevie's little Supermotos we race, it's got exactly the same on the back wheel. It's to take that initial start, that initial kick, stop stuff breaking. So we're going to take that out there. I'm going to take this bolt out there. Then we've got a Wedgwood key, I think they're called. I might not be saying it right. I know what I'm doing and I know what they are, but I think it's a Wedgwood key. I'm sure.
It's the D&J dictionary. We've said this on multiple videos. It is what we say it is.
You know what I mean anyway. So we're going to undo that, pull that off. There'll be a little key to stop that from going around. We're going to pull that off. In turn, I'm going to take the bearing off. Hopefully we can get the bearing off without breaking it. If not, I'll cut the bearing off. And then we're going to try and get this bolt off here. And then this section's done, I'm hoping. Then we're going to cut that section there. But I'll get this all off and then we'll catch back up. I'm going to change that bearing anyway, because I can feel some play in it. So while it's off, I might as well change it. That's what I like to see, there loads of grease. That proves the lads are greasing it, they're looking after this machine. Gonna wipe a bit of this excess grease off. Yeah, well done. Well done, Finn, if you're watching, because I know you grease it. It's your job. Yeah, lots of grease. normally use a drift to get these off, like a piece of triangle steel. I haven't got one, I should invest in one. We'll just use a bolster for now. Imagine it'd be quite long. It's not far out, anyway, it's wiggly enough. So what I'm going to do is just cut the bearing off, put a new bearing on anyway. So I'm going to cut that off.
Show me loving. I need your loving. 'Cause I'm drowning in something and I can't come out. Just show me loving. I need loving.
How many of you noticed it leaking out of the grab bucket? Quite annoying. Sometimes it doesn't do it, but sometimes it does. If you don't really clamp down onto the floor, it decides to leak. So I guess we should look at sorting that bucket out. But they're so damn expensive. I didn't realise how expensive them bloody buckets were. Anyone know of a cheap one for us? Well, we'll keep cracking on.
I've cut the bearing off because I couldn't get it off. It needed a new one anyway. It felt like there was a bit of play in there. We thought the shafts were going to come out this way. They don't. They've got a lip on them. So we've shoved them back into the hole. They're really quite loose. But I don't know if you see that lip. Definitely. It's lit both sides. So it's been doing that. So it definitely wants new bolts. I'll replace the bolts anyway while it's off. So we was really lucky. I wish I got it on video. The one down the other end would take so much concrete. Managed to screw off. Absolutely brilliant. Managed to screw off. So that's loose. So now, what I'm thinking, we put all these in last time. If you haven't seen that video, it's in one of my corners now. That explains how we did this boot. This boot's still in good condition. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get these loose to start with. If not, I'm just going to cut them off because we've got plenty of them. Round about till I can get the rubber and pull it away. Once I can get the rubber and pull it away, hopefully we can get this auger out. It would be nice, I mean, a bit of design flaw, I think. It would be nice. These bars here strengthen this. If these bars were bolted in instead of welded, you could lift that auger out. It was so much easier. So much easier, but probably the person that designed it could redesign that to make it a lot easier. I mean, I could probably cut them off and re-weld them, but is it worth it? Just do it this way, I think. So let's get cracked on. So where are we up to now? All them little bolts come off. I've got all them little bolts off. Just one up here I can't get to. So I thought I'd get Stevie's dentist drill out. Anyone reminds of that sound? It's a die grinder. I can't get the angle grinder in there, so I'm just going to die grind it off. So we'll see if this works.
Me, myself, ain't enough. It's like being a dog to a crushing heart. I
So we tried with the JCB to try and pull the auger out. It's having none of it. So my dad is about to take the second bearing off at this end, and hopefully that releases it a little bit. It's
What's this you've got, man?
lunchtime snack.
I've nearly lost a stone, you know, since holiday.
One stone down. You look at this and you put a bit of weight on.
I know. Like that again.
So as you can see, quite a bit of wear and tear there. Can you see that? Quite a bit.
This should be like these.
They're worn down quite a bit. That's probably the worst one. That must be the impact zone. They get better up there as it turns into a proper mix, I guess. This is where all the hard aggregate hits it until it gets nice and softer up there. That must be why it's doing it.
So right, I've got someone to fabricate this. So that's it, it's coming in either Monday, Tuesday. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna fabricate this back, because it's like Stevie said, it should be like that. This is the most wearing part, is right with saying all the aggregate and sand and cement all drops on here. So this is where it's mixing it basically dry to start with. That's where all the wear's at this end. As it goes further up, it gets wetter and more mixed, so there's less wear on that side. This wear plate here is meant to be like that. This is meant to be made out of hard ox steel. So you can imagine how much wear and aggravation there is on this part here. This is meant to come out, so what they're going to do, this is worn here. They're going to refabricate this for me. They're going to make me a new auger, and they're going to repair this one. And then I've got a spare, because you can change these blades, but downtime, that's took us a morning. It took us 4 hours. They say 4 hours to get an auger out. So it took us 4 hours. So 4 hours, if I've got one here ready, and I can send one off, or I can repair it in my own time, I can stick that one in, and it's only going to be 4 hours downtime. And in summer, we can't afford to have any longer than 4 hours downtime. Bearings take an hour to replace. Literally, they're dead easy. Once we've got a spare one of these, absolutely brilliant. This part of the video is done in here. That's all we needed to do. This could stop like this. So let's crack on outside and get that wall in.
Right, change of plan. The grab was not working. It was spilling way too much. So Dad's going to use Little Red to put some in. He's going to change a bucket, get a big bucket, so we can actually get rid of ballast out of this bay. What do you think to the bay we've been building? It's not took too long, to be honest. It's looking quite nice. Starting to resemble some of them over there.
Me and Steve, when we were younger, we used to love playing with Lego. Now we're just doing it on a bigger scale.
We're on to the last block. We'll show you this one going in. It's a momentum time. The last block of the day. We could have done with a few more to finish the ballast bay, but it's not looking too shabby. But let's get this one on. It's getting dark, as you can see. The lights have had to come on. Let's watch everything fall into place, eh? Some would say it's not our first time. See what I mean with a few blocks? Just needed a few more down there and a couple more down there, and then this bay would have been complete. We just realised we was going to do the next bay and the bay after that next week on Saturday, but we've got no blocks and we've took the auger out.
We're excited, aren't we?
So they can't make no more blocks.
Don't worry, there's plenty more content to come.
Plenty more to come.
Chuck this in the skip, Steve, because I'm not happy with it. It's losing.
It's seen better days.
It's cut. I don't want that to happen.
So let's be safe and chuck that in the skip down there. Straps in the skip. And you ain't got to worry no more. Stop having your heart attacks. Some comments. Oh, I couldn't believe it when the drain was too high. You should have known better than that. Tarmac coming soon. But yes, I think it's time we reversed Big Red into that bay. Get that tipped. Looks so much better now, don't it? Look how good that's going to look down there in comparison to the gravel boards. Man, that is going to look good. That's going to reverse Big Red into the bay to show all of the lorry drivers it's possible with this bay. Loads of room. Well, it's stiff. Look at that, all in the bay as well.
So that's another day at D&J. Lots of progress has been made. Me and Steve has absolutely smashed it. I'm really, really happy today with what we've achieved. And what have we achieved? We've got some blocks. Another bay, complete. We've got the auger out, ready to be fabricated. And in between, we filled 6-ton bags with the excess, but we couldn't get on the grab or the van, and serve customers in between. I hope you've enjoyed this episode at D&J Projects with me and Steve. And if you did, hit that like button. And if you're brand new around here, why not subscribe? There's going to be plenty more content like this coming up in the future. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.